I first just want to say thank you in advance to anyone who is taking the time out to watch this video. Many of you already know me, but for those who don't, my name is Kelly. I am 38 years old, and as of March 1st this year, I am in remission from breast cancer and officially a breast cancer survivor. I will be needing another surgery and am currently in process of getting that scheduled. Most importantly, though, I am the mommy of a beautiful, gentle, kind, smart, and loving little boy named Christian. Christian also happens to have autism. He is nearly 3 years old, and he has been a fighter ever since he was born. As many of you know, Christian was not breathing when he was born. I just remember I didn't hear him cry out, nor did I have the chance to see him or hold him as he was rushed immediately to the NICU. It was 6 hours after he was born that I finally got to meet my precious little boy, and although I couldn't yet hold him, immediately when I was by his side, I put my hand out to touch him. His perfect tiny little fingers grabbed onto my pinky, and he held on to it for the next 3 hours I was there. After 2 weeks of me going back to see him in the hospital every day, he finally was released to come home. Then 2 weeks later, we were back in the ER, only to find out my 4-week-old baby needed emergency surgery for pyloric stenosis. After a few more nights in the hospital, he was released. I knew the first night he was born as to what a strong and brave little fighter he was, and to this day, every single day, he continues to amaze me as he fights and overcomes challenges and obstacles he is faced with. He truly is my little superhero and my miracle. And I promised him that first night in the NICU, just as I do today, that I will be there to fight with him and for him, always. He has made me the proudest mama ever, and there is absolutely nothing I wouldn't do for him. And this is why I must now humble myself, put pride aside, and create this video asking for your help, so that I may continue to provide my Christian the therapy he so desperately needs at this time. As you have probably already guessed, Christian is my entire world. Christian received his autism diagnosis August 10th, 2018. In addition, he was diagnosed with mixed developmental delays, pediatric sleep disorder, and pediatric feeding disorder. Although I was expecting the autism diagnosis, it was still a shock. For those of you who have a child with any kind of diagnosis that will impact their lives in such an incredible way, you are familiar with the stages of grief. I am mourning the dreams I had for my child that may now be out of reach, while learning to build new dreams and goals for the wonderful child I am so very blessed to have. In addition to the current diagnoses that Christian has been given, apraxia and possible absent seizures are now being considered. The speech therapist can address the apraxia, which is a motor disorder, and we have an appointment scheduled April 16th with a neurologist to address the possible seizures. I will share more with you all once I know more. For now, I ask that you please pray for my precious little boy. Christian is nonverbal, not yet toilet trained, and has difficulty forming connections to others. This may make it hard for him to make friends as he gets older. He can't use words to express his wants or needs, tell me what makes him happy or sad, or explain if he is feeling unwell. He uses his behavior for those things. He needs constant, regular care and treatment in order to live the fullest life possible, not only now, but as a teen and as an adult. Autism is something you learn to work with, not something you grow out of. As you may already be aware, autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder which affects a child's ability to communicate and to socially interact with their environment. Without appropriate intervention, children like my son Christian risk facing adolescence and adulthood without the tools necessary to become contributing members of society. Research shows that early intervention is incredibly important for children on the spectrum. This includes traditional therapies such as speech, occupational, and physical therapy. It also includes applied behavioral analysis, or ABA therapy, which focuses on overcoming behaviors that interfere with normal functioning as well as teaching new skills. Although ABA therapy can be an extremely important part of the treatment plan, unfortunately, Medicaid does not yet cover ABA therapy at this time. Therefore, I had to purchase a private health insurance policy that did cover ABA therapy. I will go over the cost of the therapy after this video, as this is one of the reasons I have created this campaign. Through my own research, I have found a board-certified behavioral analysis, BCBA, along with a certified RBT, ABA therapist, through a private organization called the Autism Therapy Group. Christian was evaluated, and we finally received approval from insurance to begin therapy. We began therapy on March 11th, and Christian connected with the ABA therapist right away, which is quite unusual for him. He has taken much longer to bond with his therapist in the past. Christian demonstrated some skills that were very surprising to her in a positive way, and she said that she could see that I had been working very hard with him. As far as progress in such a short amount of time, Christian has already grown and exceeded target goals that would normally take months to reach. I found an insurance plan that will pay for the ABA therapy, and he will be receiving 25 hours a week of therapy at home so I can provide consistent reinforcement of the new skills he is learning. We have submitted an updated therapy plan to include anywhere from 30 to 40 hours to be approved by insurance. Unfortunately, I have a $6,000 out-of-pocket deductible that I must pay before insurance pays for his ABA therapy treatment. Once the deductible is met, the insurance will pay for 100% of the ABA treatment along with all of his therapies for the remainder of the year. Because of my own health issues, I am not able to work, and my sole source of income is SSDI disability. I do not have the ability to come up with the money to pay for the deductible, as I can barely cover our day-to-day living expenses. The 25 hours is recommended by Christian's primary care pediatrician, his developmental pediatrician, along with his ABA therapy team. I have estimated out-of-pocket costs to be $5,760, dependent upon the amount of hours of ABA therapy we get in this month. I have provided a breakdown in writing after this video as to how I came up with this estimate. If I am unable to pay, his therapy will be suspended until payment is completed. This is why I am reaching back out to you all for help. I have always considered myself to be strong and self-reliant. It makes me cringe to ask for financial help, but I am thankful that there are wonderful people like those of you who are watching this video, who are able to provide a helping hand to those of us who so desperately need it. This is the second time I have had to ask for this kind of assistance, as for the past year, I have been treated for stage 2B invasive ductal carcinoma breast cancer, which had spread to multiple lymph nodes. I was in desperate need of financial help for the 6 months of chemotherapy treatments, the double mastectomy surgery, and removal of 30 lymph nodes, followed by 6 weeks of 33 radiation treatments and 6 weeks of PT. However, this time, it isn't about me. It is all about Christian and his future. I realize that this is a tough financial time for many of us, and we all struggle to keep our heads above water. If you are unable to contribute financially, it would be a huge help if you would help spread the word and share our story. If you are in the position to donate, any amount helps, and we would be beyond thankful. Christian is turning 3, June 24th of this year. He doesn't care about gifts or big parties. He only cares about being happy. To all of his family and loved ones, and anyone watching this video, please help Christian live his life to the fullest by making a contribution. It is our only birthday wish. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts and are eternally grateful. You have all of our love. Besides pictures, I will also be uploading some short videos of my precious little boy and my little superhero. And thank you once again for taking the time out to watch this video. Thank you to those of you who are so blessed to be able to make a donation, and to all, please help share our story. I have also included a breakdown in writing in regards to our goal and where your donations would be going to help Christian. In addition, I have provided some additional information for those interested in learning more about ABA therapy, along with some of the other things like ASD, apraxia, and absent seizures. Thank you all once again from the bottom of my heart. Much love and light.